On the copyrights to the music. Just enjoying it. And this rainy Wednesday. Feliz Mercoles. Happy Wednesday. I'm enjoying this day so far. You know, rain. It's raining on my parade, but the show must go on. I had a weird day yesterday. Weird 48 hours to be honest. And it was like, my spirit is trying to speak to me. My walking life is missing the signs and symbols. So I was kind of like in a bliss, oblivion, right? A bliss and oblivion. It's two different things. But I was kind of like in oblivion, like which means like in a state of mind where nothing really exists. Like you're not really thinking about anything. You just there, right? Like if you daydream, you kind of in oblivion. You like you're there, but you're not there type. You like. So anyway, I had this weird dream, right? So I don't really pay attention to dreams unless it really means anything. Sometimes dreams are just a dream. It's nothing. But this one was it's kind of like it happened twice in a row, right? The first night I was in chaos. It was chaotic because I was fighting somebody I knew. The person that I knew had already passed away. So me and him got a good relationship. So I don't know what this was about. Like why me and him we into it, it kind of chasing me. Then the next night or the next couple nights, the second time he in my dream, right? Uh, it's him and his brother, and it's another dude I know I haven't seen in a while. I'm not sure what happened with him or whatever, but he was like the main character. And the guy that I'm talking about that passed away, him and his brother was like trying to fight me, chase me type stuff. So just to slow them down, I grabbed him and I kind of like slid his foot, right? Because I had a knife on me. So I slid his foot so he wouldn't be able to get up and run again, like right at his soul, like where your soul at. I cut his feet. And then his brother, I grabbed him, I pushed him down. But while he fell, I grabbed his leg and I slid his feet too, so he couldn't get up and chase me down. So now I'm like, damn, I slowed them two down, but it's still one more dude, and he really on my heels or whatnot. Peace and blessings. Thanks for tuning in, yo. What up? What up? So as they chasing me, right, the last dude, I'm go to my neighbor house. I'm like, man, I'm kind of scared. I got this gun on me. This dude after me or whatever, whatever. This the situation. And he was like, don't even trip. I got this. And then I'm like, I don't think he finna do anything though because he was just watching the dude and the dude was still coming. And then that's when I'm up and out. I'm like, damn, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? My homeboy, he passed away already. So I don't even know why he after me or what he on. And his brother, he with his brother, you're gonna ride with your peoples, and that's just what that was. So I was like, yeah, this kind of crazy. But during the day, right, this chick that I like that I talked to, well, I'm interested. That's what I could say. We we haven't established anything. We just know each other names, and I try to talk to her when I can, type situation. But it's been kind of weird. Like sometimes she'll want to speak, and sometimes she don't, and that's okay. People have things going on. You never know what's going on with somebody or what they're going through, so you want to give people the time to process stuff that they got going on, and when they figure out what they got to figure out, they'll be able to reach out to you or talk to you, whatever the case may be. So yesterday we had a nice little exchange of energy. I was cool with that. Then I wanted to go back on some sweetheart stuff and like put a little something with that. I had drew this picture I want to give to her, and it's like a 3D type of heart. It's a heart, and in the background it's like neon lights going through the background. Right, it's pretty dope. I just learned how to draw this yesterday. Well, a couple days ago, and I finished it yesterday. But when I go back to talk to her, she was already talked to somebody, so I'm like, I ain't gonna hate. I'll just let them wrap it up or whatever, right? But the craziest thing was like I got a massive headache right away. Like when I was trying to go back to her and I was gonna let her wrap it up with the dude or whatever. But I'm like, damn, my head was like pounding really, really hard, like a migraine. It sounded like let me just go lay down. Hopefully I could catch her tomorrow or whatever. But I hate that this just happened because like I don't really catch headaches like that. But the energy was like I had to go take care of myself, right? It's hard to talk to people and deal with people when you're not well, when you ill, if you got a headache or you're sick or whatever the case may be when you're not feeling right. But whatever happened the next day, the energy was off. Like she didn't want to talk to me. She barely say hi, barely was looking. So I was like, all right, whatever. I know I ain't do anything, and I don't know what happened, what you and old dude or whatever. Hopefully it wasn't nothing forceful, because that's the energy I was getting, right? Like something happened with her and the dude, and now she don't like dudes type of energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of feels. That's the type of vibes that I was getting. Like I'm real empath. I'm an empath, you can say. Like I can feel real deeply, whether it's my feelings or other people's feelings. Like that's why I like being around crowds too long, because I start picking up on what people feeling. And sometimes I pick up on too many other energies, and it drains my energy. And now all of a sudden I'm trying to figure out who around me with these strong feelings, or you know what I'm saying, it started conflicting me. So I gotta go recalibrate, and I gotta go basically reset myself so that I could be straight and focused and be able to maintain my energy. So it's like this, right? When somebody's sad in the room but they not showing it, I just start feeling real like I'm ready to cry. And now all of a sudden, if it get stronger, then I know that person is closer to me. And then sometimes it'll be like, am I sad about something? Like, what's going on? It's not me. I've been having a good day. I'm not sad. Or I'm not angry or whatever, right? Those feelings of extreme, it just come. Like, I'm cooling right now, right? Then if I get happy, real happy all of a sudden, it's because I'm feeling somebody else's energy. Or if I start getting sad or angry, one of the lower vibrations real strong, and this happens a lot too. Like I get horny as fuck, just random as hell. Like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? So what that tells me is like somebody's sending that energy my way. They need that exchange from me, and if I don't give up that exchange, then I'll be cool. I can still have my energy to do what I got to do. I'm not gonna masturbate and go procrastinate, stuff like that, right? So you got to be conscious and aware, like what feelings. I don't know how everybody else feel when a lot of people don't even talk about their feelings. They don't deal with their feelings. But as far as me, and I advocate for mental health awareness, it's important for me to speak on how I feel when I feel, and know how to be emotional intelligent to articulate the way that I feel and speak on that. You know what I'm saying? Madam, gosh, I like that name. My apologies if I got it wrong. And I didn't even want to mess yours up. Uh, AW Unhas, what? My bad, bro. Peace and blessings, though. Much love. So yeah, right. Like she was giving me those energies. Like something happened, she don't want to be bothered, but I know it wasn't me. So I was like, it's always good to double back, right? Like if you in the business or you want to basically call your people back, reach out again, double back. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, she having a moment, I'm gonna let her have her moment. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, from the States. Right now I'm currently in Michigan, enjoying the rain outside. I got a little pre-roll. I'm about to smoke and chill, but I'm just chit chatting right now about my life and how my day been going and what these energies been doing to me and how I've been noticing. To be aware is to be alive, right? If you're not aware of your surroundings, you're not aware of your mental state, you're not aware of your emotional state, you miss out on a lot of things. Like today, right? I worry about my future just like anybody and everybody else. But I always thank God every day for waking me up, and I be thankful and I be grateful. And I keep my days starting off that way. I don't talk to a lot of people early in the morning. They ain't too happy to be saying good morning, all this and that, right? Because I feel like words are important and words are very strong. They either speak life or death, they speak, blessings or cursings. But anyway, Bandura. Bandura is friend. That's all I know about Bengal. I haven't learned too much, brother. But yeah, I know just a little bit. I've been trying to learn. Duolingo, I know a little bit of Spanish. Y hablo un poco español. I've been practicing that for a year and a half. But yeah, I'm American. I just really know English. We learn that our whole lives out here. Even through college, you still take English courses. Right now, it's currently almost 1 p.m. Where my other phone go? No, it is 106. Probably can't see that. Hold on. It's 106 Wednesday, April 16th. But yeah. So anyway, right? I going about my day. 3 felonies, so it'd be hard for me to get a job, keep a job, whatever, right? But it don't stop me from doing what I gotta do to survive and maintain a life. I'm an artist. I show my art a lot, and I go around selling art out the trunk of my car. I just tell people about what I got going on. If they're interested, then we exchange words. It takes people to help people. Blessings come through people, right? Like the lady that I was talking to, she blessed me with 2 jobs for the weekend. But not only that, me talking to her about my art, she's like, "Oh, I like abstract or whatever," because I couldn't even think of the word. I just do what I do. I don't have the proper knowledge or titles for everything that I do, but I know what I'm doing and I know how to do what I do, right? But anyway, I say, yeah, after we get done wrapping up my little job situation, I'm like, yeah, I got a plenty of canvases. I'll come back and show you what I got. So I go do what I got to do, whatever. I felt like I took a long time because I was doing some personal shit. If y'all don't know, I've been living at a hotel, right? House got renovations going on. They taking their time doing whatever. It's a whole hassle. If y'all ever had anything going on with your home where you got a house being built from the ground up, or if you just got extensions going on in your house where it's unlivable until the construction get done, you have to find somewhere else to go. So that's what I'm dealing with, right? Bumble clot, bubble clot. I know what you're saying though. Peace and blessings. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with, right? I'm living in a hotel until the situation get done when they get done fixing on the crib, whatever. But I be back and forth. Like, you don't want to have your whole house at the hotel, and you don't want to have you don't want to not have what you need at the hotel while you live in there. So you go back and forth. You don't want to have your room too full of shit, and then you don't want to not have what you need. So I be back and forth, right? That's what's been going on. But yeah, so today, right, on my way from uh the place getting a job, I'm talking to the lady about my art. I'm like, I'm finna go back to the crib because I had to go grab some dress shoes and like a little outfit to work in, right? Yo, I see you. What up? What up? I'm really just talking. I mean, people coming and going. I'm not talking to anybody in specifically, but I mean, if you stick around, you can know what I'm talking about. And if this message is for you, it's for you. If not, then you know how to move around, right? But you're more than welcome to stick around. But just to catch you up on what's going on and what it is on my lives, on my videos, my shorts, I just speak to the people who want to hear what I got to say. Maybe I'm helping somebody in a situation. Maybe I'm giving somebody some information to help enlighten their path. I don't know. But this is what I do. This is what I'm passionate about. So this is what it is, right? I be on here talking about real shit, about life. I curse. I'm not a perfect person. I am Christian. That doesn't mean that I'm going to be the best example, but it does mean I believe in Jesus, and I believe Jesus is Lord and Savior, and He died for my sins, and He rose again. And that's just that. I don't knock anybody for whatever you believe or don't believe. I'm not here to convict you of your sins. I'm not God. I'm not here to judge. You do what you do. You find out what's for you, what's not. Because at the end of the day, I got to deal with my own consequences for my actions. You know what I'm saying? So me to be telling you about what you're doing and not doing, you're going to figure out if you're doing something right and if it's helpful to the world and if it's not. I would imagine, you checking out my lifestyle that you would want to know the God that I serve. And that's how I can introduce you to Jesus. Other than that, like I let people do what they do. People should know right from wrong, but people choose to do as they please. So I don't get into the religion debate at all. I mean, whatever you cool with, right? I would encourage people to get to know Jesus, to read their Bibles, but a lot of people ain't gonna get saved. A lot of people just not gonna accept the message, and that's okay, right? God didn't come down here to help the holy people. He came to help those who were lost and who was trying to be found. A lot of people find themselves dibbling, dabbling in a lot of different things, a lot of different cults, a lot of different cultures, a lot of different religions, and they never pick up that Bible. I grew up in the church, so that's just where my background is. But I stray away just like anybody and everybody else to figure out my own way. And what I found out by seeking and searching, I found out that God is real. And God listens, God cares, God is patient. Everything that it says in the Bible about love, God is that in First Corinthians chapter 13. I believe that's it. Don't quote me on that. I know a few verses in the Bible that I live by and I read it as I go by. And that's just that, I'm not a scholar. But I know what makes sense to me as far as the way that I live my life and the experiences that I have had. And that's that. I could talk about God all day long. If anybody want to talk, we have church right then and there. I don't go to people's church because I feel like God was never in church. God didn't sit around gossiping and trying to play in the old building, right? He was walking the streets with the ministry. He was helping save people everywhere that he went. Where he laid his hat was his home. He was a rolling stone. Jesus didn't sit inside no building all day long. And I know once a week, every day. However y'all do y'all church stuff, I don't know. I don't have time for it. I don't have money to donate to it either. I know what churches out here helping the community and I be there. I go give clothes, I get clothes. I know about churches like that. Not every church is out here stealing your money and selling you the wrong stuff, right? But yeah, peace and blessings. I'm glad you somewhere safe. You can learn about God right from your household. You don't have to be at church. I'm not saying don't go. Be around like-minded individuals wherever you find them at. My whole message right now, and I say that to say this, is like God is everywhere at all times. And whenever you talking about God and somebody agree that y'all talking about the same God, God is there with y'all. And there you're having church. When God come back to save the church, he means the mindset of the people. He's not talking about that building on the corner by the liquor store. He's not talking about whatever name on the side of this building. You know what I'm saying? He is not talking about that kind of church. When God come back to save the church, he's coming to save that mindset, the people that's transforming their minds. There are the body of Christ. Just like if I'm like, all right, I'm magic, right? We gonna make believe, and I don't like to make believe, but let's just say hypothetically, right? I'm a big magic man and I disappear and I come back. And then I say I'm gonna disappear again and I'm coming back. But this time I'm coming back, I'm getting all of the crash outs, right? I'm coming to get all the crash outs. Guess where I'm going to? The club, probably anywhere else where people want to act out. I'm going to the liquor store, right? That's where I find some crash outs. The club and different little stuff like that. Those are the people that I'm going to. All of these what they call these temples. I might go in them temples, grab them people, all the pedophiles out the jail. You know what I'm saying? Those crash outs, people who mindset is on a lower vibration, who they don't have no mercy, compassion, nothing. They don't have no definite purpose of why they living. But when God say I'm coming to grab the church, he mean I'm coming to grab those people with the mindset of him. That's Christ like. Those people who be out on the streets talking about repent now, right? The time is now. He talk about grabbing them people. He talk about grabbing them people that be like, hey, see something, say something, you're doing wrong. It's a soft rebuke. Not everybody gonna respect a soft rebuke, but that's how God's Holy Spirit changes your hearts and basically give you a new desire of your heart so that you won't continuously down the wrong path being led astray. All right, peace and blessings. Yeah, you can come through anytime. I encourage you to check out everybody that you can while you can. Time is important. You want to use your time getting the most of it, making the most of it. But yeah, I definitely appreciate you for coming by. I would ask you to consider subscribing so you can always check me out whenever I go live. Right now, I'm just working on my subscription, trying to get at least 500 people. Then I'm doing a giveaway. But as far as Team Angie, we do giveaways every July 3rd. I'll be telling more about that as the time comes closer, how you could be a part of that. This will be my 3rd year doing cash giveaways. Stray kids. I see a lot of people on the streets. I can kind of tell who been grew up in the system and who not, but I don't really know kids like that, to be honest. I know the mindset of some people who are like kids. It's a lot of adults who don't haven't really grown up to be a accountable adult. See. No, I haven't heard of them. But to be honest, I know a lot of music. I listen to all types of music. I probably heard some of their songs, didn't even know who I was listening to. Before I started this I was just listening to Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Yeah, I listen to all type of stuff. I don't really do too much rap though. Like I love rap, but I ain't finna listen to a whole lot of rap. I feel like it's nonsense. The thing about me is I like to feed my spirit with positivity. Like nothing come from rap but a bunch of rah rah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go out here sell drugs, go to jail. I don't want to be looking over my shoulder for somebody to shoot at me or go shoot at them. You know what I'm saying? Like I I'm at the point in my life where rap just it don't really do anything for me anymore. I used to love rap, but then I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I put that stuff behind me. You got to be aware of how much negativity you allow. I mean, as far as entertainment, right? Grand Theft Auto, I used to play that a lot, but it's like, what am I doing? I don't even play that game anymore. And even though y'all see me on live, sometimes I'll be playing Mech Arena. That's like a shooting game too. And then I had to put that down to the side for a while because it's like I don't want to feed my spirit this stuff too much. You know what I'm saying? I get paid to play it, but it's like the money ain't worth it, dog. It ain't worth me corrupting my morals, thinking I'm just slowly enticing myself to think murder is okay, right? You'll continuously be entertained by this stuff, and then all of a sudden you see it in real life, or somebody's mourning from a loss, and you don't have no empathy for them, no compassion. You can't relate because you're so full of the games. You know what I'm saying? It's so full of the movies. You see this shit so much. You're not sensitive to it. So that's what I say about rap. Like, I don't want to hear too much of that shit because like it's just corrupting my spirit. Just like if you talk about negativity all day, right? You start to rot your insides. I don't know if y'all know about the rice experiment or not, but this is the rice experiment, right? If you have 3 jars and you put negativity on one, positivity on another, and you leave one neglected, meaning you put the words on the mason jar, say I'm happy, and you put words on another mason jar, say I'm sad, and then in the last mason jar you leave neglected, you don't put anything. You pour rice into these jars and then you seal them up and you leave them alone. After a couple days, you're gonna realize how important it is to be positive and how important it is to think positive because the messages you put on those glass bottles is going to show you one or two things, right? In 3 days, you'll see that the positive bottle was still fresh, like if you just made it. And then the negative bottle, you'll see it start to mold. And then the neglected bottle, you'll see it's molding as well, but not as fast as the negative one. So that's the importance of what you say, whether it be positive or negative, what you think, whether it be positive or negative, and whether you neglect the positive or negative aspects of your life and of your conversations because you're riding the inside of yourself. You know, when you feeling bad, you mad, right? And you just like, damn, I'm mad all day. Oh, I can't get rid of it. That's because you got so much of that in you and you just fed yourself a little bit more. And it's harder to, you know, get that shit up off you. But if you positive and you speak positive, you think positive, you have a negative situation, it's just like a blink of an eye, like it happened, whatever, it didn't affect you as much because you're so full of that good energy, you're full of that positivity, you're full of life, right? But negativity kills and it rots and it molds and it destroys faster than you think. And when you neglect yourself, you do the same thing, just not as fast as participating in negativity and or not participating in positivity. So you what you being entertained by, little do you know, I'm not saying you just in general, right? No disrespect at all. But little do people know they're rotting themselves. When they need some negativity is because they're that's what they're feeding off of now, right? It's like when people got parasites in them. You might have a parasite that need alcohol. You might have a horny parasite. Whatever those things is in you, now all of a sudden you got that urge because it needs to be fed, right? Your spirit needs to be fed as well. You need to feed your spirit things like meditation, fasting, meaning no food at all, but positive thoughts and different things that you should be focused on, right? You got to think about what you're thinking about and what thoughts you entertain. The spiritual growth, the spiritual nourishment is fasting. Like, I'm not finna eat any worldly things. I'm about to discipline myself. I'm about to have some self-respect, right? I'm about to put my desires to the side for a while. That's how people don't catch AIDS and the different little diseases running around. They feeding their desires too much, catching situations that's not meant for them. Whenever you start agreeing with the world, you should know that that is a big red flag. Just like what spring break just happened, right? The rest of the world wanted to go to Tennessee, Texas. The world was agreeing to go to Texas. Now you see what happened with the aftermath of how the world was thinking, and everybody who agreed with the world, who ran down to Texas, got scammed, caught STD, and or just didn't have a good time, right? They wasn't fulfilled. They're not finding fulfillment in these things that the world is offering them. So then again, they're going to something else, going to different people. My bad. I'm checking my surroundings. Oh yeah, never give. Yeah, like certain rap songs, like motivation. Yeah, you definitely right about that. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Like I was just telling this lady today when I was showing them my art. Back to that though. I'll get back to it in a bit, but I need shit, right? But I'm not stressed about it. I put it in God's hands. I say, this is what I need. This is what I'm trying to do. Whatever. Woo, woo. And as I go about my days, everything happened for me. All things happen to the good of those who love Christ, and that's no lie. Like the lady that's getting me the job, I'm telling her about my art. She like, let me see it. So when I go do what I got to do, I finally get back to her. She like a few of them. She like, how much this cost? I'm like, shit, I do it for the love of it. It's a peace of mind for me, but I take donations. She's like, how much a donation? I'm like, shit, whatever you want to give me, I'll take 5 and up. And then shit, she ended up buying my shit. I'm like, damn. And there was another lady there too. And this is why I say that. I say that to say this, right? She willing to give me the money, but the lady that was there, she didn't have no change or whatever. So the lady that was there with her, she ended up having the change to give to her, and she gave the money to me. So it took 2 people to bless me. I got a job, I got gas to get to my job, and now my worries are straight. And I'm gonna smoke my little pre-roll and just thank God for everything He been doing and lining up this stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? Well, autism, I'm not too sure. I know like you real smart, you know what I'm saying? And people want to put it out as like you hyperactive or whatever, right? But the thing about autism to me is like you need stimulation. I feel like you one of the Albert Einsteins in the world, and you're around a bunch of people who just don't even want to use their mind at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know any dumb people to talk about, but we see a lot of dumb things in the world, and people want to make you feel a certain type of way for being different. We're all different. We're all collective. We're all unique. We all have something valuable to bring to this world, whether it be the way that you look at the world. You know what I'm saying? Like your conversations, the way that you think. We need people like you to speak about the things that you feel so that we can have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like eating meat, I think fish is probably the best meat to eat. It come from out of the water. The water's been, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I just say meditate and pray. Ask God to reveal what foods will nourish you and to keep you healthy and to keep you energized with the things that you need as far as electric lights, you know what I'm saying, proteins, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a person to be sitting here telling you about nutrition because I rarely eat. I be cool off of like I love tuna. I eat a lot of tuna. I eat trail mix. I be cool off trail mix and different little stuff, right? Like my spirit be full all day, so I don't take a lot for me. And when I do eat, I be cool off that. Like a little thing of tuna, I whip it up real good. I eat some noodles from time to time. I eat meat, but not a whole lot. Like I caution my portions out, right? Because I don't know what they're doing to these animals, and whenever an animal has been slaughtered, they're gonna feel some type of way. So you just gotta think about that. Like if you eat me and I'm sad and depressed, you're gonna be sad and depressed. if you eat meat and I'm happy, you're gonna be happy, right? So that's the thing about it. Like whatever you put in yourself, you want to be mindful of where it comes from because it's just gonna be a reflection of you. Just like people eat fruits, right? The fruits come from the ground, they come from earth. So you want to put earth back into yourself. But yeah, that's why. My bad, bro. So yeah, that's why people eat fruits and stuff because it's earth based, and then you get the electrolytes you need and stuff like that. But yeah, what you put inside your body is important. So I'm not gonna tell you like what not to eat. You'll know as you go. Then you want to have stuff that's in season too and fresh, right? Hold on, I gotta piss real quick. All right, peace and blessings. You enjoy your day. I was watching this and vegan said that she was better than God. Nobody better than God. If God didn't decide to be unselfish, we wouldn't be here. We'll still be a thought in his mind. Nobody else decided to create us. We didn't come here on our own. Nobody had the knowledge to even know how to do this stuff. You don't have to believe in God. You can feel like you better than God. You could be entitled to however you want to feel, right? But at the end of the day, the truth is gonna be revealed to you. You're gonna have to be humble one day, and that day gonna come to your surprise. If you should ask that person, since they so vegan and since they so better than God, why they not making this world a better place? Because they can't. The thing about God, like he real patient. Don't play with God like he won't get on your case. Because he already done flooded the world. He could have took us all out right then and there, but he still had mercy, even in his wrath of fucking niggas up. But he made a promise like I ain't gonna fuck y'all up again like that, but I'll do it different ways. So yeah, don't play with God because he'll flood your ass. That's the wrong thing to do. If you feel like you don't know the difference between that, you shouldn't be playing with them people. My bad, right over here. So yeah. My bad. Oh yeah. We gotta stop contracts, man, because I can't just give out. I do contracts.
Ah, come on, bro. I think like 2 billions right now.
I mean, shit,
And
we can
look,
talk.
hey, you give 2 million, I flip that and bring about 4 billion back.
I know how to flip money, bro. I don't need that. Yeah, we do acrobats. I brought snow to the Midwest like it was fucking North Pole. Just see how the police be watching me do that shit. But yeah, that was my past life, though. Get out here with the geeks. See what they mean. That's a full-time job, though, shit. You think, oh, I'm finna start hustling a little bit. Nah, you gotta hustle a lot of bit. Pretty good, how are you? Oh, yeah. Trying to stay dry a little bit?
Yeah. It's not nearly as bad as it was this morning or last night, though, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, last night, that was something, man.
Right, it was like somebody was playing with the lights, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was crazy. Dealing with the weather here, watching my cameras at home to see if my
Aw, damn, that's a lot to worry